Okay, welcome back everybody. This is a video I would normally film in the armory, but there's a unique situation with this gun and I wanted to get it on film as soon as I can before I scratch it. So what do we have here? It's a 1911, no kidding, right? This is actually something very unique, and we found it on the internet. It had been up, I think, for many months, and nobody saw it for what it was. And we stumbled across it, and I wanted to share it with you today before we talk about it. So, before we shoot it. So, this is an all-steel 5-inch 40 Smith & Wesson single stack 1911. Now, what makes this gun unique and interesting is it appears to be a full custom shop gun. So this would be a Springfield Armory Custom Shop, SACS custom shop gun that was built per a customer's request. This is not a Springfield gun. This is when they were doing full custom. I do not believe, well, I fairly do know, that Springfield does not do this kind of stuff anymore, so I wanted to talk about it. And then I wanted to add the extra data point. This gun appears to be functionally unfired. So let's go through it. So first clue is, when you look at the frame, it's actually a Colt frame. It's a Colt, it says 70, so I would assume that's Series 70 G. Then it's a 39,000 series number frame, manufactured Hartford, Connecticut. It is a Springfield Armory slide. As I said, 40 Smith & Wesson. It has ambi safeties, but they're what I would call like a competition or large paddle. Today you might call these almost like gas pedal safeties. They're very well done. Now, what was also caught my interest and my eye is, and I could be mistaken, this is what I would call a typical Springfield Delta style hammer. I do not believe these safeties are Springfield safeties. I think these are third-party safeties. So, you know, it's like somebody sent in a Colt frame with a bunch of parts and had Springfield build this custom. Let's keep looking at the gun. As I said, it's a 40. I don't know if you can see it here. It does have a ramped barrel. It does have a full-length 2-piece guide rod, which I loathe on this gun. That has to go. I may not change it, but chances are I'm going to change it. Also, if you look, the front strap is checkered. I assume that's machine checkering. I doubt Springfield Armory does hand checkering, and to me it's a waste of money. Machine checkering's fine. There's obviously full checkered mainspring housing, but I can pretty much guarantee you that this frame did not come checkered from Colt. So there's another sign that it's a full custom gun. As far as its condition is concerned, I did find a few pieces of gunpowder in it, and burnt gunpowder, and there are some brass marks on the breech face. So it has at very least been test shot, and I would imagine the previous owner may have shot it some, but I'm going to say he shot it very little, and here's why. If you look at the mag well, which is beveled, there's not a single mark in it from crashing into it and loading it with magazines. I have put more wear on this gun just futzing with the safety. I put a mark here on the ambi side. That mark has appeared just from me working the safety since we picked this gun up. Also, another clue with this gun is it has actually real Novak sights. The front sight is dated 2011, the rear sight's dated 2012, but they're actual Novak marked with Trigicon. Interestingly enough, you would think this is a competition gun, or maybe like for USPSA major. You know, you could certainly make that argument with the safeties and the caliber, but it's got night sights on it. They're dead, but it's got them. Somebody spent the money for that. Also, and this is something I couldn't really confirm when I found the gun online, is the gun has been completely dehorned. And that is a huge thing to me. I cannot stand any guns made today that are not dehorned. And 1911s are notorious for that. This gun has been dehorned all down the slide, all on the frame, ends of the dust cover, the points on the dust cover, the ejection ports, rear of the slide. It's been dehorned. It's been dehorned around the trigger. I mean, this gun has been completely gone over. And so it appears to be a full custom Springfield Armory Custom Shop 1911. Also, I guess the final clue is we're not sure what the finish is, but it is not a normal shake spray-on finish that you see today. It's something that's, you know, more of a nitride tenifer or something fancier that, you know, maybe the custom shop over there would do, or maybe they had it shipped out. I am told that the these grips, this type, it's a VZ G10 type grip, that this is particular to the Springfield Custom Shop. I don't know. I'll take that at face value. Some of the things that I can kick this gun on, if I was being nitpicky, is it doesn't have a magazine well, which, you know, I kind of have a policy these days. I don't buy 1911s without magazine wells, but this was such a unique gun, and we wanted one in 40 caliber. We've been looking for a gun in 40 caliber that, you know, I was like, well, I'm willing to buy, you know, overlook that, and maybe we'll put one on. Also, it doesn't have what I would call a modern slide stop ledge. It's got, you know, more of a GI profile slide stop. And I'm, you know, in 2023, that is not something that I'm normally down, or I'm normally that I like, but, you know, I'm not going to change the fit of the slide stop on this gun. The trigger is very good. I would say it's around 4 pounds. I haven't measured it yet. It's not, I wouldn't call it race light. It is not that light. It's more, you know, I'd say around 4 pounds. It's more carry light. So you look at this gun and you're thinking, this looks like a carry gun. This looks like somebody's full custom baby for a carry gun. But they never carried it, which to me seems a little bizarre. So why a 40? Well, I'm kind of on a little kick right now, and I'm trying to source single stack 1911s of higher quality in multiple calibers because, again, I've said this, you know, on our social media. If you're a Glock guy, and, you know, back when I carried Glocks, I'm a big advocate of having all the Glocks and all the different calibers, because generally your holsters and magazine pouches will translate. Obviously, Glock 21 and Glock 17, not always the case, but you kind of get where I'm going. Well, you know, I've already got holsters and everything set up for the single stack 1911s. Why not get them in multiple calibers? And the 40 is kind of a dying caliber, but we still see 40 here at the John 1911 range. We have one police department in particular that shows up here and still runs it. So it would be nice for me to have a 1911 in 40 just to shoot the same caliber, to kind of just you know, do what I want to do. And also, and this isn't really applied to us because we buy ammo in bulk. I know many of you don't buy ammo in bulk, but you're looking for an excuse to buy a gun. When the ammo runs short and you go to your local you know, gun store and you can't find your 9 and you can't find your 45, but you could find a ton of 40, keep that in mind. You know, I don't like 40. I don't much care for 40, but in this gun, an all steel 5-inch gun, which is the exact same format of all the guns that I basically run, you know, it kind of made sense. Now, one of the problems that we had with the 40 in this market is finding one that's high quality. The only other gun, well, last night I found a Les Bear 40 for sale on one of the major auction houses that is more modern, has all the features, but it's 33 or 35, 40% more expensive than this gun. And then there was a gun I had seen a few months ago that had been done by Wilson that was a new in the box gun, and I wish I had bought that gun, but that gun was about $4,000 and it was all red, and we had debated it. Actually, I talked about it on podcast, but I didn't buy it, and I've been kicking myself. And so I didn't want to just have some chintzy 40 that I would have to work on to get running again. Well, this is a 40. I guarantee you, I give it a 70% chance it'll run one magazine completely without me having to work on it. But, you know, somebody's put a lot of work in this gun, so I can put a little bit of work in the extractor to get it running, worst case scenario. So we scooped it up. This was sitting out there, priced very well. Nobody was interested in it because it probably was looked at in two ways. It was either looked at as, holy crap, it's a 40, who wants that? It's got to be in 45, or it's not 9mm, it's a 40. And then the other thing is, it's some parts gun because it's Springfield slide, Colt frame, and people don't recognize it for what it is. But looking at this gun, this appears to be a full custom shop from Springfield Armory Custom. We're going to have to reach out to them and see if we can't get a letter or some kind of information to document what this gun is. And to summarize, I wanted to get this on video now in this shape because as soon as I start shooting this gun and holstering this gun, it's going to be scratched up, and you're not going to believe how much of a deal this was. If you want to know what this went for, I saw it on the internet. I was able to negotiate a discount and still get it for just a little bit over. That's a steal.